new champion, a very good fighter, Jack Della Maddalena, and its fight make me training every day, make me wake up early morning.
Islam Makhachev just dropped a bombshell. He was done with his division until one name changed everything. That's Jack Della Maddalena. It's the spark that reignited Islam's hunger to dominate once again.
Islam Makhachev, league training.
Islam has been dropping major teasers, including a clip on social media signaling that the Jack Della Maddalena welterweight title fight announcement is imminent. He's even discussed logistics with Dana White, with his sights set on an October or November date, and ideally in Madison Square Garden to elevate the showdown's legacy.
Excited.
Всех приветствую, салам алейкум. Мы в Баку, UFC первый раз в Баку, и я первый раз в Баку. Приехали поддержать Тагира и всех наших ребят. Всем желаю удачи. Увидимся скоро, скоро будет большие.
Jack Della Maddalena captured gold, as he did by unanimous decision, and it's Makhachev has moved up to snatch that belt.
Why did you decide now was the time to move up to welterweight? I know we've talked about this for a very long time. They offered you the fight at UFC 300 with Leon Edwards. You couldn't do it at that time. Why was now the time to make this move?
Because right now it's the best time, you know. I was waiting for Tsarukian because he have also very good win streak, and like people waiting for this fight. He was pulled out in the last fight, and I don't see some interesting fight in my division. That's why we make decision to move up, because now they have new champion, a very good fighter, Jack Della Maddalena, and its fight make me training every day, make me wake up early morning.
Islam Makhachev admits he would have liked simultaneous two-division UFC champion status, but understands why the promotion wanted him to give up the lightweight belt. Makhachev will see his 155-pound title run officially come to an end Saturday at UFC 317 in Las Vegas, when Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira meet for the vacant strap in the main event at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Islam is waiting for the Jack versus Belal fight to make his decision either to move up or stay at 155.
Honestly, everybody think he come to make fight with Topuria, but he was here. We talk about fight against who is the winner against Maddalena and Belal, and he told me, hey, I know Belal is your friend, but this is the sport. Shake hands, fight. After the fight, respect, and that's it. Just see who is the best fighter in the world. And we have big discussed about that, and I told them, let's wait for the fight. When Belal fight was Maddalena, we will see after that what we have to do.
Islam has chosen what he sees as the best for his career. As he had fought almost all top fighters in the lightweight division, he decided to move up.
Because they really want, after the fight, right after the fight was in Los Angeles, Hunter come to my locker room and told me, now it's the good time. Any day when you want to move up, you have the opportunity, just tell us.
Islam Makhachev was not brutal, but he certainly felt Belal Muhammad made a tactical blunder during his match with Jack Della Maddalena. In Islam's eyes, Belal had the tools to win, particularly his wrestling, but just not at the right time. Instead of applying pressure early on with grappling and tiring Jack out and ultimately turning the fight in Belal's favor, Belal tried to wrestle too late in the fight in the final round at a time when the momentum had already moved away from him.
After you sent that tweet out being like, you know, winner of this fight will determine my next opponent, but I'm not vacating the belt. So like what happened there between, you know, obviously you are vacating the belt now, Ilya and Charles.
Honestly, you know, before that fight, when Bilal fight against Mandal. I think, my opinion, Bilal can beat him, and I really believe Bilal gonna beat him before that. But when Maddalena won, we make the decision to move up.
Yeah. What was it? What was it like watching that fight? Like, it's such a close fight. Like, it was determined.
It was crazy. I know Bilal. I training with him many times, and I know his skills. And I was surprised how he fight. I was surprised his game, the fight plan. I think he did mistake. He have the option, but he don't use. He start to wrestling in the last round maybe.
Islam suggested that if wrestling was to be part of Bilal's game plan, it should have been part of the plan from round 1. By round 3, Jack was in a rhythm, and to make matters worse, Jack's striking was better than we have ever seen. Islam gave credit to Jack for how much he progressed, but he also clearly felt like it was evident that Bilal could have done much better with better timing and execution.
To wrestle, like if you have plan to wrestle, but best time is to wrestle from the first round, because you can make him tired. You're not sweating, but I saw in Maddalena improve a lot, because he have good boxing, really good boxing, and he know everybody gonna try to take him down, and now he have good defense.
Islam Makhachev is now chasing double champ status, looking to take the welterweight division after dominating lightweight. For him, it's all about legacy, proving he's not only the best at 155, but the best, period. With his top-tier grappling and fight IQ, he thinks he can outshine the bigger names at 170 and make history.
They make you give up the lightweight title?
The Gainer Shahuna and everybody.
Yeah, like the UFC.
Of course, this is the dream, man. This is the dream for the all champions. Like we know many champions, but not is the from them like double. That's why everybody want to be double champ. Everybody want to be UFC champ, but we don't have many people who have 2 belts. That's why.
Yeah.
I want to be one of them.
Islam made it clear that being a double champ is his ultimate dream, joining UFC legends with 2 belts. He had to vacate his lightweight title because he wasn't going to be able to defend it in a reasonable time. Over a year is just not fair to the division. He wanted both belts, but he made the right decision out of respect. He doesn't have a flashy double belt moment yet, but he has his eyes set on making history.
Yeah, it seems like they don't want to do that too much anymore, right? Like Ilya had to give up his belt, you gave up your belt. So
Yeah. Because I want to hold my belt from the lightweight, but it's not possible because I fight in January, and we wait. If I fight with Maddalena, when it's gonna be October, November, and fight again February, Ramadan is beginning. Holding more than 1 year's lightweight belt, it's not what I want to do.
Yeah,
And
not fair to the division.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes
And
sense.
it's not respect for all these guys.
When asked about Islam Makhachev's potential at welterweight, Brazilian mixed martial artist Gilbert Burns didn't mince words. He declared with confidence that Islam would unquestionably defeat the winner of Belal Muhammad versus Jack Della Maddalena. Burns said, "Islam is just on another level, both technically and mentally." Although he admires Belal and Jack, he feels that neither of them is equipped to stop Islam's extreme wrestling, oppressive control, and constantly changing striking.
If Islam Makhachev moves up to welterweight and faces the winner, would you favour him against either Belal Muhammad or Jack Della Maddalena?
Yes, I think Islam is that good. I think he's already big. I think he's already a welterweight. He just killed himself for making weight. You see, every time that he makes weight, he looks horrible. And then after the next day, he's big again. I think he's a welterweight, and I favor him over Jack. And Belal, not an easy fight, but yeah, I favor him with.
Burns is certain that neither Bilal's pressure game nor Jack's skillful boxing can match Islam's overall fight IQ and championship mindset. Furthermore, Islam Makhachev has brutally called out Jack Della Maddalena that he will conquer the welterweight division. He also shows great respect for Jack Della Maddalena, of course, recognizing him as a tough, hungry fighter with a lot of talent. He's not here just to fight. He's here to claim the throne and demonstrate that no one at 170 pounds can touch him. The war for superiority superiority at welterweight has officially begun.
Honestly, it's gonna be. I saw his fight against Bilal. He's good, man. He is good. When he beginning fighting in UFC, he had problem with the wrestling, but now he's improved because I see he training a lot with the wrestlers, with the grapplers, and that's why he's a champion right now, and he's good everywhere. But we will see who is the best fighter in the world.
Islam stated that he had already spoken with Dana White regarding the final date for him to fight Jack Della Maddalena, and they will be announcing that really soon. They're just locking in the final details, and fans should expect an official fight date drop any moment now. He also mentioned his dream arena where he wants to see this fight happening.
When do you think this fight happens? I know you. I saw this photo that Khabib posted with you and Hunter and Dana and everything. Did you guys talk business in Baku of when this?
Yeah,
fight?
we talked about that a little bit, and we discussed. I asked Dana if there's some opportunity to fight in Madison Square Garden. It will be honor for me, fight in the biggest arena for MMA and boxing, it's for legendary arena, and I will be happy to have the opportunity to fight in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, you deserve it at least one time, Islam. I know this has been a dream. You've said this before.
I know some of the fighters, boxing fighter, they're not fighting in Madison Square Garden for the money or just for the victory. They just fighting there for the legacy,
Yeah.
And I also want to fight. I also want to fight there for the legacy.
How are you
And
getting?
It's just a dream, to be double champ in Madison Square Garden.
Islam's training for Jack is all about tightening his wrestling and grappling, sharpening his striking, and building stamina. He's focused on controlling the fight, staying patient, and exploiting every chance to dominate and claim the welterweight crown. Islam explains that moving up to welterweight means a different kind of challenge. Instead of cutting tons of weight, he's focused on gaining lean muscle the right way through proper training and lifting.
I will try to be big, it's not easy, man. All my life I cut weight, but now when I want to be big, my weight stays same position, I try to lift more. We do some program and slowly we bring some maybe 2 kg right now, and it's very hard, but I don't want to be big by food, eating and not training. I want to be with the muscles, I want to training, do a right lifting program and bring some muscles.
Islam Makhachev is intensifying his training camp ahead of his upcoming UFC welterweight title fight against Jack Della Maddalena. Recently, he displayed some power in his striking with a series of high kicks while letting his teammates know that he is ready to challenge the champion. As Makhachev prepares for this fight, he is also adding lean muscle mass while improving strength and power output so that he is as heavy as he can be while maintaining a technical edge for fighting in the 170 pounds weight class.
Shake up, shake up, shake up, shake, 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 yeah, shake, 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 back, shake, shake up, shake, shake up, hey.
As a part of Makhachev's strategy, he will be ramping up his striking skills, especially his kicking game, to complement his formidable grappling skills. This approach caters to Della Maddalena, who prides himself on being a modern striker. Makhachev said he hopes his 170-pound title fight against Della Maddalena is booked for UFC's annual event in Madison Square Garden in November, which is a venue he has long wanted to compete at. It's the current plan to capture the belt and defend it to further enhance his legacy, but Makhachev said a return to lightweight to reclaim what was once his is something he will not rule out. Makhachev said, "Maybe I'll return to lightweight. We will see. If something interesting comes up, we will see. I don't say no because maybe." While dissecting the possible Islam versus Jack Della Maddalena bout, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson said he respects Dana White's promise to Islam that he would be able to advance and compete for the 170-pound title if Jack prevailed.
Here we go. I do love this. I do respect this about Dana White. he did said that, you know, if Jack Della wins, he will give Islam Makhachev the opportunity to go up and fight for the 170-pound belt, which I think Islam Makhachev has done enough. He's beat Volk twice. He's beat pretty much everybody in the lightweight division. Charles Oliveira, he hasn't fought Justin Gaethje. I think it's time for him to have the opportunity to become a double champ. And I like this fight a lot. I like it a lot because, you know, they both move good on the feet. They both move a lot.
DJ says both fighters have excellent movement and body kicks, which is why he likes the matchup so much. He anticipates that Jack will try to deliver clean, crisp punches, while Islam will employ his judo, wrestling, and double leg takedowns. DJ added that it's even more exciting because both are naturally large for welterweight, and he loves the matchup, calling it an exciting clash of styles. Islam has elite wrestling, judo, and strong takedowns, while Jack is slick on the feet with sharp, straight punches. Both are big welterweights, making this a high-level, evenly matched war.
Body kicks, you can definitely see Islam go for a double leg takedown, uses judo, his wrestling. And how would Jack Della respond? Jack Della's crisp on the feet as well, with his hands to straight punches. They're both big 170ers, and I'm excited for this fight. If I had to guess, this fight will probably take place at MSG. Reason why I say that is because you have Jack Della who just fought. He's pretty banged up. So let's give him 2 months to recover. That puts us in May, June, July. Okay, July. Then you have, I would like Jack Della to get at least 3 to 2 months to prepare for this fight. So July, August, September, October, November 5th is right when they're going to do it. So if I had to say it, they'll probably put this fight on next to hopefully John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. If I had to guess, this is going to be MSG, Madison Square Garden. That's when this fight's going to happen. But I'm very happy that they have decided to give Islam Makhachev the opportunity to fight for the 170-pound stripe.
Ilia Topuria reveals 3-word strategy to derail Islam Makhachev's UFC dream against Jack Della Maddalena. Ilia Topuria issued this stern warning on X after Islam Makhachev made quick work of Renato Moicano in the UFC 311 main event. Islam, if I want to, I can finish you. If I want to, I can knock you out. I'll make it look easy. See you soon. However, El Matador's threat remains untested as the Dagestani juggernaut has now moved up to the 170 pounds division to face Jack Della Maddalena in pursuit of his dream to become a double champ. The Georgian Spaniard was widely perceived as the prime threat to Makhachev, thanks to his previous knockouts of Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway. Topuria had always made bold claims about flatlining the soon-to-be former lightweight champ. Many believed it was just Topuria's power that fueled his confidence to pull off the unthinkable, but the former 145 pounds champion had a whole process behind it. He even offered JDM a solid piece of advice on how to secure a victory against Makhachev whenever they eventually collide in the future.
Islam Makhachev did an interview and said he's not ruling out coming back down to 155, but if it was up to you, would you rather fight him at 170 to get that 3rd title, or would you be willing to fight him at 55 because that's the division that people say he might be the best at?
It would be much better for me to fight him in 170, and I will beat him and get the 3rd title. That will be the best scenario for me.
Ilia Topuria is on track to make UFC history after dominating featherweight and soon battling Charles Oliveira for the lightweight crown at UFC 317. He's already eyeing a future move to welterweight. His ultimate goal? To become the first ever 3-division UFC champion.
Probably a 3-weight world champion. Yeah, this is my goal. Yeah, you're not gonna see him in the welterweight division like this, skinny. You're gonna see me different. Yeah, that's the goal. To move up to the lightweight division, get that belt, and then move up to the welterweight.
The highly anticipated welterweight championship bout between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena is reportedly targeted for October 20th, 2025. This matchup is set to headline a major UFC pay-per-view event, maybe at Madison Square Garden in New York City, emerging as the likely venue.
6, the official weight for Takfir Ulanbekov.
Next fight, who is it? It's going to be Makhachev. I'm almost certain, which is good. I'm going to get back for Volk, and then don't know where at this point, but it will be this year.
Makhachev tops the list of fighters in the UFC who pride themselves on having a well-rounded skill set. The Dagestani champion mixes his striking ability with his unbreakable freestyle wrestling, which any opponent would feel, and which usually nullifies other skills. But Topuria believes correctly timed straight body shots could disrupt Makhachev's takedown rhythm. This is why he is telling JDM to do the same thing to win a potential super fight down the line. In the main event interview, Topuria was asked what advice he would give to Della Maddalena. He responded, the advice, like, he has to work the straight body shots, because that takes away the intentions of the takedown. If he works with the straight body shots, he's going to stop his intentions of takedowns, and he's doing a great job with his striking. I like how he fights. That's definitely an effective strategy laid out by Topuria. Straight body shots often work really well against wrestling heavy fighters like Islam Makhachev, but whether the fight turns into close range exchanges or Makhachev decides to shoot from a distance will make for an interesting scenario. This approach could also serve El Matador well in his next fight against Charles Oliveira at UFC 317, as both fighters like to press forward and engage in striking battles. Topuria versus Makhachev could have been a blockbuster fight for the UFC. Beyond the growing animosity between them, it would have also been a clash of two distinct fighting styles, making it a recipe for one of the highest grossing events. The former featherweight champ had pushed hard for this fight and even listed it as his top priority, but now it seems he no longer cares about that stellar matchup. Continuing his interview with the main event, El Matador added, "It doesn't bother me if I never fight him. If the UFC wants it, I'm always gonna accept it. I never choose my opponents. I never say like against him, yes, and with him, no. It's like whoever is in front of me, I don't care. Tell me when, where, and I'll be there." Recently, Topuria showed interest in fighting Makhachev at welterweight if he beats Charles Oliveira at UFC 317. While he hasn't ruled it out, his tone is now more relaxed compared to his earlier eagerness to chase the super fight. Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena is much more than a title fight. It is a dangerous matchup in the world of MMA. On one side, you have Islam, the lightweight king himself, aiming to silence his doubters that he belongs among the greatest by successfully capturing a second title and becoming a two-division champion. Jack Della Maddalena, who stands on the other side, marked himself as the newly crowned welterweight champion, possessing razor-sharp striking alongside developing wrestling skills. Do you think Islam Makhachev will make history and become a double champ, or will Jack Della Maddalena defend his crown in style? Whose style do you think will dominate Islam's grappling? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates as we get closer to fight night.